My name is Betty. And a long time ago when I was in high school, the senior ball was coming up, the end of your school time. And I got a call, and I was invited to go to the ball. The fellow who called me, I didn't know him really well. I was a cheerleader, and he played sports, and passed him in the hall and said hi a lot, but that's about what we knew. And so we went. We had a great time. We talked and we danced and we saw our friends, and it was very high time because we were going out into the world after having graduated in a few weeks. And we went to the party afterwards, and it was just grand. Flash forward to the present, and I get a call. I moved to Vermont, and I have a life. And I got a call. And it was my senior ball date. And he was going through, and he wanted to say hi and stop for a bit. And I welcomed him. I had totally forgotten about him, but things being what they are, I was glad to see him. And he came, and he just asked me about my life. And so I told him. He said, "So what happened after high school?" And I told him I went off to Burlington to nursing school, and I got my RN. And then he said, "What did you do next?" He said, what did you do next? So Betty says, I always felt very spiritual, so I went in the convent as a novitiate. And, I said, "Did you like that?" She said, Betty said, I really loved it. And one day, there was a knock on the door. And the priest who was in charge of all of us answered the door, and there was a young man there, and he said, "Do you have a Mary Elizabeth here?" Me. And the priest said, "Yes, we do. What business do you have with her?" And the man at the door said, "I want to marry her." And the priest told me later, he said, "Stay right there. I'll get her out here for you." And the priest came out, and I recognized John, who I had dated a little bit when I was at nursing school. And we were married. And the backstory for me is that meeting then. It's like that song. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. And then the coming together. I've never been in love before. But all at once it's you. It's you that I adore. And then the end. A happy life. Life's a ball, if only you know it. And it's all just waiting for you. You're alive, so come on and show it. There's such a lot of living to do. Thank you.